From the moment he opened his mouth, people laughed. "You, a world-class architect?" they said, wiping tears of mockery from their eyes. But 17-year-old Kelvin, skinny, quiet, and always carrying a notebook full of weird sketches, never flinched. He just smiled and kept drawing. Kelvin grew up in a small town where dreams were entertainment, not goals. His mother worked long hours in a tiny food stall. His classmates chose careers that seemed safe: teaching, farming, driving. But Kelvin dreamed of building a bridge that would change lives. A design so unique that even he sometimes wondered if he was crazy. Still, every night he sketched it, pages and pages of curved steel beams, floating walkways, and a structure that almost looked alive. It was the kind of dream that made people shake their heads. One afternoon during a school talent day, Kelvin gathered his courage and presented his bridge design to the crowd. But instead of applause, the hall filled with laughter. "Bro, that bridge can't even stand in a drawing. Kelvin thinks he's Elon Musk. Where will you even study? You can't afford college." The words crushed him, but not completely, because deep inside, one voice whispered louder than their laughter. "Just prove them wrong." So Kelvin worked. He studied designs from old library books. He watched online tutorials on a cracked phone. When his mother found him sleeping on his desk at 2 a.m., she simply covered him with a shawl and whispered, "Keep it up, boy. Don't give up." Years passed. Kelvin earned a small scholarship, then another. The journey wasn't easy. Sometimes he went to class hungry. Sometimes he felt like quitting, but that same whisper kept pushing him forward. One day, during his final year of university, an international engineering competition was announced. Design a low-cost bridge for rural communities. Kelvin knew this was his moment. He spent weeks refining the same sketch they once laughed at. When he submitted it, his hands trembled. But his heart was steady. Months later, at the award ceremony, the host read the winning name slowly, almost teasingly. Kelvin Johnson. For a second he froze. Then the audience erupted in applause. People stood. Cameras flashed. His mother cried louder than anyone else. Kelvin walked onto the stage, not with pride, but with gratitude. His design would be built in 3 regions, helping thousands of villagers cross rivers safely. The same people who once laughed at him now shared his story with admiration. Former classmates sent him messages. "Bro, we always knew you'd make it." He laughed not out of revenge, but out of joy. Because Kelvin had learned something powerful. Sometimes the world will laugh at your dream. But the world always falls silent when you prove it real. Lesson: a message. Your dream doesn't need approval. It just needs your consistency, your effort, and your courage. People may doubt you, but if you keep going, one day they will applaud the same thing they once mocked.